Ready?
Yeah.
All right, we'll have a moment of silent meditation and pledge to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. Welcome to the August 21, 2024 meeting of the Monongalia County Commission. Let the record reflect that two commissioners are here, Commissioner Bloom and myself. Commissioner Sikora is out today. So we'll call the meeting to order with the official gavel, I guess. First, we'll go to consent and approval with our administrator, Renetta McClure. Good morning, Renetta.
Good morning. You have 27 exonerations for $23,114.41. Minutes for August 14th, 2024. Vouchers, General County Fund, $237,748.22. Plus severance, $55,000. 911, $13,615.76. Chestnut Ridge Park, $1,509.33. Camp Muffley, $4,674.45. Mason-Dixon Park, $744.73. Long County Center, $400. Transportation levy, $127,991.97. Recreation levy, $200,000. Library levy, $31,415.05. EMS levy, $262,808.11. Assessor's valuation, $16,789.66. Morgantown Industrial TIF, $4,007.23. ARPA, $26,500. Purchasing card vouchers, General County, $18,547. Magistrate Court, $1767. Chestnut Ridge Park, $2,221.48. Camp Muffley, $152.96. Mason-Dixon Park, $151.11. Long County Center, $139.16. For a voucher total of $1,004,433.89. We have budget revisions that require state approval for general fund for the prosecuting attorney, state grants, law enforcement, and dams and dredging, and one in-house approval for general fund for insurance programs. Position vacancies for boards and authorities are listed on the county website, and fiduciary orders for August 21st, 2024.
Very nice. You need a minute? That was a lot. Need a breath?
No, I'm good.
Move for approval.
We have a motion to approve the consent agenda as approved. I will second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We
Moving
also
on.
have,
Fiduciary order.
we also have an objection to a creditor claim in the estate of Jennifer Lee Rebar.
I've reviewed this file, and it seems premature to have an objection to a claim. The notice for creditors hasn't even been published yet. I believe that starts next week. So I'd make the recommendation that we not take an action on this at this time and allow the estate process to take its course before addressing the objection.
I move that we take no action at this time.
I will second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Moving on to introduction of new employees, personnel changes. We have Sheriff Perry Palmer here. And,
Good morning.
Good
Morning.
morning, Sheriff. How are we today?
Good, fine. So I have with me Seth Figueroa, who will be starting September 1st as a full-time court security officer at a starting salary of $3,076.38 per month. I have a part-time process server who's, as you can see, not here. I don't know if he got stuck in traffic. But he will be starting as a part-time process server with no benefits and a starting salary of $16.94 per hour.
Great.
Move for approval of the two individuals.
I will second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Congratulations. Welcome. Thank you,
Thank
Sheriff.
Thank you.
Next, we have Director of Mecca 911, Jimmy Smith. I think I heard him earlier. There you are, Jimmy. Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioner. Today we'll be introducing Shirley Winkie. She'll be starting August 26th as a telecommunicator with a beginning salary of $3,425.10 per month. I believe she's downstairs right now taking care of her
Okay.
duties.
So move approval.
I second. All in favor? Aye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome to the county, Mrs. Winkie. Next, we have Justin Krieger, Director, Day Report Center. Good morning.
Morning.
Commissioners. I'd like to introduce Libby Hall to you. She will be employed at the Day Report Center as a case aide starting on this Friday, August 23rd, with your approval.
Move for approval.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye. Welcome.
Welcome. Congratulations. Thank you. Any others, Renetta?
No, sir.
All right, moving on to comments from the public. At this time, we open up our comments from the public section. Anyone that wants to come forward and raise any issue they would like to is welcome. 3 to 5 minutes at the acting president's discretion. And just a note, we are not able to respond directly to comments from the public. We can, however, address it during our comments at the end. So at this point, I will open comments to the public. Anyone wish to come forward? Please.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Brian Raber. I live 1638 Jake Shun Road, Fairview, West Virginia.
Okay.
I'm coming to the commission today. I've reached out to Mr. Bloom a couple times. We've been back and forth. We have the Weezer's Hot Dog Shop business in Blacksville at 5992 Mason-Dixon Highway. We have some, it's really a municipal issue, but I'm coming today to ask for some help. They're planning on moving the road that's been there for 20 years. They're going to crowd it into our parking lot, which is really affecting our business terribly. We went to city council meetings, tried to address this, to no avail. They're still planning on doing this. I don't know where to reach out to. So if you guys, and I realize you can't tell me now, but if there's any way you could tell me who I need to talk to or what I need to do to try to solve this issue, I would appreciate it. So I'm just coming to you to ask for some guidance, basically, on what I need to do. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Brett.
Thank you. And as I said, we don't directly respond, but maybe hang out till after the meeting and talk
Meeting
to
should be long, yeah.
one of us. So, anyone else wishing to come forward and speak? With that, I will close comments from the public.
Wait, you
Oh,
had someone.
sorry, we do have one more. So I'll reopen public comments. Mr. Rodriguez, how are we today?
Brett Dewsbury, Congressman Lee's office. I just wanted to
Dewsbury,
come to reiterate, we're always ready to assist in anything that the Congressman's office can do to help constituents and also the counties. Also, letters of support for any kind of grant activity. And also just to make sure that y'all are aware, we've been watching the drought situation. The governor's declared that 55 county emergency. Our offices and the other delegation offices are well aware of what's going on, and the governor's in the driver's seat on that one. But you know how that goes. We're ready for a phone call or an email or whatever in case the congressional and central delegation has to act. So, but just letting you know that, I mean, we've got a lot of stories of drought, farmer situations, et cetera, and so just letting you know we're on top of it. Good to see all y'all, by the way.
Good to see you.
Yes, sir.
Anyone else wishing to come forward? Nope. With that, I will now close comments from the public. Next up, we have grants. No grants today. Moving on to correspondence.
I have none.
Neither do I.
And nor do I. So we'll move on. Moving right along. No unfinished business. On to new business. First, to consideration to approve intergovernmental agreements for dog warden services between the county commission and the municipalities for the period of October 1, 2024 through September 30th, 2025. As you know, we have the only operating dog warden in the county, and so we provide services to the other municipalities when there's assistance needed for calls. And so this is an extenuation of that agreement that we've had in the past that sets rates and services that we'll provide through our canine adoption agency. Sorry.
Move to approve the intergovernmental agency agreement.
I will second. Any comment? Anything you want to point out?
We have, in the agreements, we have built in a 3% increase each year. So the new rate, cost per call is $161.20.
Okay.
And how we calculate the amount per month is
How many
based on the
calls?
calls that were received in the previous fiscal year.
Right.
So, for the town of Granville, the new contract cost, the annual cost is $2,417 93, and it's based on 15 calls in fiscal year '24. City of Morgantown had 221 calls, so their contract price is $35,624.10. Star City had 9 calls. Their contract price is $1,450.76. And Westover had 17 calls, $2,740.32.
Great. We had a
So I'll get those out in the mail today.
Wonderful, thank you. We had a motion and a first, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so carries. Next, we have consideration to approve funding to the Clay Battelle Public Service District up to $12,000 for the installation of a fire hydrant adjacent to the Blacksville Volunteer Fire Department. This goes along with our longstanding policy of providing funding for fire hydrants when requested, and we have that in our budget to provide those. So,
Move for approval of
Sec-
up to 12,000.
I second. Any discussion? Nope. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Next, consideration of a resolution to approve a financial contribution to the Monongalia County Development Authority regarding the Richwood redevelopment project.
Move for consideration with discussion.
I will second. Discuss.
Would it be possible, before I speak, have Russ Rogerson or Eric Carlson to come up to? Saw them last night after 4 hours of waiting. You didn't have to wait 4 hours today.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that. Actually, I was thinking I got the President Biden effect, right? So
Yes.
they put me on after prime time. So,
Yes.
but I appreciate it, and I also appreciate your consideration of this matter. The Richwood project, as you know, has been an over three-year process of trying to revitalize around 10 acres of property along the Richwood Avenue here, just adjacent to the downtown, to the campus. The Mon County Development Authority has been very fortunate to have the county and the city and WVU as collaborating partners in this. And as you know, I've been back on a couple of occasions seeking assistance and guidance and help as we move this project forward. Today's request is a significant milestone in our ability to launch this project to a true development phase. We have in alignment with the city and TIF pay-as-you-go funds and a contract with them for demolition of some 57 structures over along the Richwood Avenue that is owned by the Development Authority. With that demolition, this project now becomes actionable from a developer standpoint to be able to do vertical contracting and actually revitalizing by building new uses and amenities for the community, both within the footprint itself and adjacent. This is significant in many ways because without the structures down, that creates unknown certainty of deliverable of property and be able to move forward. The last remaining hurdle that we have in front of us is a refinancing package with our bank. It's a 2-year refinancing package, and part of that they required that we have $1 million in cash reserves in order to obtain this financing package. The Development Authority has expended all of its cash assets on this project over the last 3.5 years. We do have assets of property, but we are not in a position to be able to provide that. We asked if the county and the city would assist us in this matter, and I'm pleased to say last night the city did approve $500,000 towards this reserve fund, and today I'm asking for your consideration and approval of $500,000 to go into a reserve account related to creating this $1 million reserve fund for our refinancing efforts. In return, we have ownership. The Mon County Development Authority has ownership of the 68 Commerce Park, which is 90 acres of property outside the airport. It's always been designated to be more of a business park to industrial park development. And so we have offered the city and yourselves a combined first on that property. Although we anticipate, if things go according to the way we're moving forward, that we'll actually be able to return, that value to the county and to the city. But as a last worst-case scenario situation, you would have part ownership in that 68 Commerce Park, which is great potential for adding more jobs and more investment in the community.
Great.
Okay.
I'm at a statement, I believe, to read.
Yeah, just some history, as you stated. On November 18th, 2020, we had an unprecedented collaboration agreement between the City of Morgantown, who said WVU, and Mon County Development Authority. And at that time, we put up about $90,000 to pay for the interest of the initial loan. Then MCDA has been carrying the loan, which we appreciate, and it's been a significant drain on your finances, which we thought could happen. And then MCC, the county, assisted with you earlier by you requested $250,000 to help pay, which we did. And then finally, just when we're about to move forward, the bank is just making sure they have an instant reserve of $1 million. I did watch the city last night. That was probably the quickest $500,000 they've ever discussed at the end of the meeting. So we are putting in, as you said, it's in a $1 million interest reserve to be used as needed.
Yes.
There's also a collaboration collateral that we have requested, and you were more than willing to do that for both the city and the county. So I think this is pretty exciting. I know tomorrow there is a demolition celebration, but where? I forgot to ask you that.
It's 451 East Prospect Street, basically the corner of East Prospect and Richwood, and it's at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
And our goal there is to, this will be the most significant action that the general public will see as it relates to activity on the project.
How many buildings are we
There's
going to be
about
knocking
57 structures that are in the contract, and demo is to be completed by no later than February 15th.
Oh.
This allows us, with our development partners, the BFORAs, to finalize their site plans, get MOUs and then letters of intent or contracts, so they can then go through the process to be able to do above-ground structures. So this is the true green light go for the project, and everybody's excited about it, and we would not be here without the County Commission's assistance and the cities and our partnership group, the WVU City, County, and the Mon County Development Authority, is about the only way we could tackle a project of this scope and size. So we appreciate your participation in this, because right now we're moving forward. We're going to have a positive development, and we're going to accomplish our ultimate goal, and that is to revitalize an area to add value, both financially, service-wise, and
Yeah.
for it to be a community asset.
And just for clarification, that is a total of $840,000 for economic development in the city of Morgantown that the
Yes.
county is investing. And we also believe it is another one of those tools that will help the downtown.
Yes, yes, we very much believe that. We also believe it connects our area neighborhoods into the downtown and also into the WVU campus, and creating a new gateway into our heart of our community.
Great. And as mentioned, it's important to note that it's not a straight, we don't anticipate having to use these funds necessarily. It's just that the lender required an additional collateral to make the loan and the refinance happen, which is essential to the project and getting that debt restructured, freeing up a period of waiver for the interest payments so that this demolition can get forward, and the revenues can start being generated to fund back into the development authority and make the payments on the loan going forward. So it's
Yes,
the anticipation that these monies won't actually be used, but they're there if needed to make sure the project goes forward, which we all see as an important project for the city and the county, and appreciate your work on it.
Thank you.
So we had a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So it passes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
See you tomorrow.
All right, yes, 2 o'clock.
East Prospect.
Next, we have to consider for approval of request from Catholic Charities West Virginia for the financial contribution of $150,000 towards managing shelter operations at Hazel's House of Hope.
Move for approval.
I will second. Discussion?
Just talked with the CEO of Catholic Charities, as I said at the last meeting, and He was very excited that we were coming forward. We had some questions, and he answered them all, and he is looking forward to start September 1st, which I think is also a key factor in solving some of the problems in the downtown area.
And I would state it feels like we've been working on this project for quite a long time, but it's really a rather quick turnaround from
Yes.
when the issues presented themselves from the Bartlett House and the financial issues that were there, and the prospect of not having an emergency shelter, which is absolutely essential to a town and a county our size to have that available to those in need. So I appreciated everyone's work moving forward with this. Catholic Charities' willingness to step forward and run the shelter. MCR's the owner, the landlord of Hazel's House of Hope, their assistance in putting the parties together and helping facilitate this agreement. It's our hope that this contribution will be scaled down next year, eventually phasing out to a point where they are fully self-sufficient and self-funding, as
Correct.
Bartlett was for many, many, many years. So we have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Moving on, reports from elected officials and department supervisors. The Honorable Mark Music, how are we, sir?
Morning. As we've been doing each year, always want to come in after our satellites have kind of closed down for this period of time. Want to give the numbers and stuff to you for what we've had. For this year, we had another good year. It continues to grow with that, and people taking advantage of that. So we had a total of 495 forms that were submitted, which is our personal property assessment returns, and 371 dog tags that were purchased during that time. So that helps alleviate a lot of the traffic coming into the office, a lot of the mail. The public and the taxpayers really enjoy those satellites. We were a few less this year, meaning like if we were at Mon General in the past, we'd have 2 days. We condensed it to one this year. 2 days at Health Science, we condensed it to one. Numbers really didn't sway much different for that. So just a few there, but other than that, another successful year, and my hat's off to the staff. I never have problems trying to find that for those Saturdays for the staff to take part and operate those. And also want to give congratulations to Mary Lewis on her award. I saw that. Congratulations. Well deserved. Well deserved. It's nice. I mean, it was the year of Mon County, it seemed like.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
But that's where that is right there, and I want to give a shout out to the tax office, to Kelly Palmer and her staff. Through some of the stuff we've been going through here lately, they've been a big help coming in, helping us with some of the issues. So
Great.
kudos to them.
And
That's it.
I did hear from a couple of citizens that take advantage of the satellites and were appreciative, and
Yeah.
as well as spoke to a couple of your employees that actually expressed how much they enjoy getting out into
Yeah,
the public
it's-
and not just having it in the context
And
of your office.
again, kudos back to Jimmy Smith and Meckenham for the command center for
Yeah.
our 2 sites that we use each year at Morgantown High and at the Old Mall. So that comes helpful when it's hot.
Great.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Mark. Mayor Lewis,
Morning.
good morning.
Mayor Lewis, Town of Granville. I just wanted to give you and the public, a quick update on our traffic signals. And I want to thank Senator Mike Oliverio, who continues to try to help us find some traffic signal poles so that we can move this project along more quickly. He was actually on the phone. We were texting going on 10 o'clock last night. He's reached out to the West Virginia Contractors Association to see if there's a contractor out there that maybe can get us some poles sooner than later. So I just wanted to give you an update on that.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you. No other reports, so we'll move on to reports from county commissioners. Tom?
Yeah. First, the sad news this past week, we lost a friend in the county, Jean Friend, the circuit clerk, who 45 years or more that she served it. I think the longest serving
Elected official in the state.
ever, in the state of West Virginia. And it is a true loss, and our thoughts and prayers are with her family. I do want to say thank you to Rhett Dusenberry and Councilman Mooney, though I can't be specific on the issue, but it was an issue actually brought by Ben Conley, and I appreciate Ben for bringing it forward, the Dominion Post. where there are 2 trailer courts that have now been bought out by a conglomerate, and there's some concerns that are going on, and I reached out to Rhett Dusenberry, and he's now given me an avenue to follow. So I do appreciate that, and please pass that on to Councilman Mooney. That was very appreciative, because we weren't sure what to do. So thank you on that. Brian Raber called me a couple times, and we've spoken. The problem and concern is it has to do with inside a municipality, and Blacksville City Council members have made a decision, and there really is nothing that I know of that we can do because it's an issue that the City Council has decided on. So I'm not sure how to help him, but I know he's very concerned, and I did see how it's going to hurt the business, and he is correct. There's going to be a problem there, but I'm not sure what we can do. So I really am sorry about that. And finally, we did have the food giveaway, the Mountaineer Food Bank giveaway this past Saturday. 319 families, over 1,000 family members. But I do want to give a shout out to the Morgantown High cheerleaders. Every year they come, and they stayed the entire time, and they worked extremely hard, and I want to thank Cindy Colasante for organizing that.
Great.
So.
I was on vacation last week, so missed the meeting. It was a nice time away with the family. Again, want to echo Tom's comments about former clerk Jean Friend. She was an institution in this county for as long as anyone can remember, and her loss will be felt by all those that knew her and by the county as well. And congratulations again to Mayor Patty Lewis for the Mayor of the Year from the Municipal League, and that's a well-deserved honor. And Granville, our little Granville, has come quite a long way in the last 10, 15 years, and largely under your stewardship. And we appreciate all the efforts that you guys make, and how it's coming along over there. It's really going to keep growing, I think. So good work. Congratulations. That's all I have. Motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Second. We're gone.
Okay, we're going.